They said no woman could rule the north. No queen could command the sons of Odin. No voice could silence the roar of men. But they never met her. She was the storm behind the silence, the blade beneath the crown, the queen who defied all kings, and won. Long before Ragnar's raids or the fall of great jarls, the north was fractured, torn by feuds and famine. In those years, a small kingdom named Skjoldheim stood hidden among cliffs and ice. Its king was a man of war. But its salvation would come not from him, but from his daughter, Queen Astrid the Unyielding. She was born during a blizzard so fierce that even the gods seemed to hide. Her mother died giving her life. And the midwives whispered, "The north takes what it gives." While other girls learned weaving, Astrid learned battle chants. While others prayed to Freya for beauty, she prayed to Odin for strength. By 16 she could outfight most men in Skjoldheim, and outthink them too. Her father saw power in her eyes, but also danger. He warned her, "A woman who commands men is no woman of peace." She answered, "Then peace will kneel to me." Those words would echo for generations. When her father died, the throne should have passed to Astrid. But the Council of Jarls declared, "No woman may sit upon Odin's seat." They crowned her cousin Bjorn Ironhand, a man whose tongue was sharper than his sword. Astrid was forced into exile, stripped of her title, her lands, her honor. Word spread of her exile, of her defiance, of her gathering army. They called them the shieldless, warriors cast out from other clans, men broken by war, women widowed by conquest. She gave them one banner, one vow. No gods, no kings, only freedom. In the black fjord beneath the northern lights, Astrid forged her destiny. Not as a queen of crowns, but as a queen of storms. But she did not weep. She sharpened her axes. And she waited that Bjorn's armies came at dawn. 10,000 men. Astrid had barely 3,000, and half were wounded. But she knew the land better than any man. She lured them into the Valley of Frost, where the ice was thin and the wind betrayed footsteps. When Bjorn's men advanced, the ground cracked like thunder. Half his army vanished beneath the frozen lake. From the cliffs above, Astrid's archers rained death. And her war cry rose through the mist. A sound so fierce it was said the Valkyries themselves paused to listen. That day the wolves of Skjoldheim feasted. And a queen reclaimed her crown. She ruled not with silk but with steel. Under Astrid's banner, every clan that defied her eventually bowed, not out of fear but out of awe. She abolished tribute, freed thralls, ordered that every child, boy or girl, learn to fight. For the first time in centuries the North knew unity. Not through a king's might, but through a woman's will. But power always breeds envy. The kings she humbled, the jarls she shamed, formed a pact of vengeance. 5 kingdoms united to bring her down. They attacked under moonlight when her warriors slept. The battle raged for 3 days. By dawn of the 4th, Astrid stood alone on the cliffs of Skjoldheim. Her armor shattered, her blade broken, her crown burning at her feet. When the kings demanded her surrender, she only laughed. Then she hurled herself into the sea. And the storm swallowed her whole. They never found her body. Some say she drowned. Others, that she became one with the storm. The spirit of the north wind that still howls through the fjords when kings grow arrogant. In every winter storm, sailors whisper her name. Astrid the Unyielding. The queen who defied all kings. Because some legends do not die. They simply wait for the next queen to rise. When the thunder faded, the forge fell silent. No flame dared burn where Mjolnir had been born. The air hung heavy, thick with the taste of metal and rain that had never touched the earth. The dwarves moved quietly now. Where once they sang as they worked, now they whispered. Each step on the stone rang hollow, as if the mountain itself were listening. They kept the hammer on the anvil, wrapped in runes that pulsed faint blue. Odin had commanded secrecy. No word of the weapon's cry must leave Nidavellir until the gifting. His ravens nested in the rafters, 2 shadows with eyes like cold stars. Every motion of the smiths stirred a rustle above, a reminder that even their breath was witnessed, but silence breeds thought. And thought, in the dark, grows teeth. Brock, eldest of the forgers, leaned close to the hammer to check its cooling. A faint warmth brushed his palm, gentle at first, almost welcoming. He smiled, thinking it a sign of blessing. Then his voice caught. A shimmer of light traced the veins of his hand, turning skin translucent. Runes, those carved into the hammer, flared beneath his flesh. The others rushed to him, but he did not cry out. He simply looked at the hammer with wonder, whispered, "It knows my name," and fell. Odin came swiftly. He ordered the body sealed in obsidian, voice steady as stone. To forge divine metal is to risk divine fire, he said. The price was known. But his one eye did not leave the hammer. It glowed softly as if content. Days passed. Another smith weakened, coughing silver dust. Odin called it forge fever, forbidding morning songs. At night he walked alone to the anvil. There, beneath the hush of cooling stone, he spoke, not to the gods, not to himself, but to the weapon. Odin, low, reverent. You are the promise of order. You are the end of chaos. You will serve. The hammer's glow answered, a slow heartbeat of light. Each pulse dimmed the torches until only the two of them, god and weapon, breathed the same rhythm. Dvalin, the youngest, could not sleep. He heard sounds within the forge, the hiss of metal flowing where none should be. When he followed it, he saw droplets of molten gold sliding across the floor. They moved with intent, tracing veins up the legs of the anvil, pooling near Mjolnir. Each droplet shimmered, pulsed once, and vanished into the hammer's core. He pressed his ear to the stone. Beneath the anvil, something moved, slow, rhythmic, feeding, and Dvalin understood. It was not blood the hammer desired. It sought the spark that makes a soul remember itself, the divine echo hidden in all who craft, all who create. He ran to Odin, words trembling like arrows loosed too soon. But the All-Father raised his hand. Speak not of what you think you saw. The forge obeys me. Yet behind him the ravens hissed. Their eyes mirrored the hammer's light. They bound Mjolnir in silence, runes drawn from their own lifeblood, thin cuts across the wrist, each rune sealing a whisper. As they chanted, the mountain shuddered, the hammer trembled as if resisting sleep. The last note of their song faded into ash. One by one the forge fires dimmed, leaving only the blue of the runes to light the cavern. Odin turned to leave. Dvalin stopped him. Who will bear it? He asked. Odin paused. The storm will choose, he said. Thunder will find its hand. That night, in the skies of Asgard, clouds gathered though no wind moved. Lightning coiled in silence, no crack, no roar, just a white flash that burned for a heartbeat and vanished. The gods looked up, uneasy. Odin stood at the balcony of Valaskjaf, cloak snapping in invisible wind. Behind him, a whisper drifted from the forge far below. I am not bound. I wait for the storm. He did not answer. He only watched the heavens and thought of his son, the one born of thunder, whose heart already mirrored the weapon's beat. And so the hammer slept, dreaming beneath the mountain. But dreams of gods are never quiet. They bleed upward into sky and fate alike.